kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Weirdly enough, it literally is Tuesday. Not the Tuesday that you're watching this, but this is Tuesday the 18th of May, where you'll just probably watched last week's video. So this video is going out next Tuesday. Now, I haven't got my notes on the wall, really. I had to wipe them off. But there are 9 weeks left. So what have I been doing today, apart from panicking about how I've only got 9 weeks left? Done some filler frenzy, started on the second wrist, getting the filler around there. Needs more to go on there before I start sanding. Did the same with the upper arms, added extra filler. Did the same with the other part of the forearm. Going to join this together with this, which is nearly ready actually. It's looking pretty good. But I need to join them together, look at the horrible gaps. Yes, more filler. I've just bought some more epoxy to join those two together. In the post this morning, these came. Yes, I am Madame Two Swords. Now this is 40mm by 3mm aluminium bar, flat bar. So it's quite light. Great if you want to make a sword out of that. It's not like proper bouncy. So what's this for? As I said last week, Marvin has flat aluminium bar to use as a kind of exoskeleton to hinge the parts together. So this will be the right arm, the right upper arm. This is the right lower arm. You can just about see what I'm doing. Good. So basically there's two holes in the forearm and one hole in the upper arm. And basically he has a piece of flat bar which is screwed there, there and there, cut off to about there, and one on the inside, so they form the hinges, so his arm will swing. So I've marked them out and I'm going to try and get them done today. It will involve marking out, drilling and cutting. Thankfully aluminium is quite easy to machine. If it was steel I'd be here all day. So I've got to do it by hand anyway. I'm going to hacksaw the two pieces off. I should be hacksawing 4 in fact, 2 for the inside, 2 for the outside. This may take me some time. There's one. That's quite good for me. I hate cutting things by hand. They don't call me 90 degrees Cooper for nothing. Still, one down, one to go. So I'll get the other 2 for the arms out of this, and these will be saved for the legs. Right, marked. Just going to make a mark with the Sharpie. I'm going to drill these outside and I'm going to come back. Here we are. Had some trouble with Dremels and stuff. I couldn't drill and sand all this on camera as I got very nervous and thought I'd be filming an accident basically. But they are drilled. I just need to clean up the holes now. It's very, very windy. I think that's about it. Nice. Do you know what, right? I saw an interview yesterday with Ricky Gervais, and he says that he at 1 o'clock every day, he has soup and a nap. He has a little bowl of soup and he has an hour's nap. And he goes on about, you know, that's what all gits do and everything. But it's kind of right. At our age, I think I'm older than Ricky Gervais actually. But at this age, kind of, if you're as creative as him, I'm not saying I'm as creative, I'm definitely not as successful as him, or rich, but you know, I do a lot. I've got my day job and I got all this other stuff to do. I do the same kind of thing. It's now, you say it's 4 o'clock, I'm getting tired now. I've done stuff this morning, done the emails and stuff, and I've still got day job stuff to do, which will happen after I probably have a nap. I have a good couple of hours. I know that sounds really crap and really kind of like, oh, he has a nap in the day. What a wimp. But then when you guys go to bed at, I don't know, 11, 12, 1, whatever, I'm up working till daylight. I'm up working till about 6 o'clock in the morning. So if I have a nap around, I don't know, 7 or 8, I'll wake up at about midnight and then I'll carry on through to the morning. So I split my life into 2 types of jobs, day job and, you know, building and other stuff, and so 2 shifts. Anyway, waffle over. What I wanted to do now was use up what's left of my plastic sheet that I've got, and put some on the insides of the skirt pieces to strengthen it. So I'm going to cut out some tabs for that. Let's go 1.5 inches. It's closer to 1.75 inches, but there you go. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I could tell this is high impact polystyrene or HIPS because it flexes a lot more. If it was ABS, it would crack, it would go because it's a bit, it's a stronger and more brittle kind of plastic, but high impact polystyrene has a bit of elastic in it. But these are getting heavier all the time, but the plan is to kind of start strengthening this to the point where it's not even wobbling. It may still because of the corners, etc. But for this we'll be using the super glue as opposed to the E6000, which is way too expensive for doing stuff like this. But again, I should really have a mask on, but I'm going to be quick and try not to breathe it in. Like that. So they're holding on to each other and pinching them nice and tight. Trim that bit off. So that's that side reinforced. I should put some in here because well, it's a very straight piece, but there is some twist that goes on. Right, let's turn this around. So it feels heavier already. I know it's got some magnets on it, but it feels a little bit sturdier as well, which is generally the idea. Probably have to go into high speed mode for this because it's getting boring, isn't it? Okay, so we got some extra weight on that now, but also extra strength. There's a lot less wobbling going on. I'll probably put something in the corners as well. The other way is to basically resin it, but I'm not going to go into that. That would be crazy. That'll do for now. And with these and the other tabs, I'll put some more on the other one, and that is that job for a bit. Right then, Thursday morning, everyone. Stuff in the post. Very big chrome caps to replace the discs that I bought for the upper arms. Let's see if I can, there we go. So they're threaded on the inside. Oh, look at that, shiny, shiny. Again, solid chrome, but don't have that brushed circular styly to them. But these are much nicer than the steel ones I bought the other day. So, oh, look at that. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Also, similar things. I've bought a pack of 20 of 14mm versions with screws to match. So basically, Marvin's face and arms and all round the forearms, etc., does have a lot more of these chrome bits. So I got myself a couple of packs of them. Why do I have 4 of these? I've gone and ordered 4. He definitely doesn't have 4. I made a mistake somewhere. I only needed 2. Oh well, spares for the spares box, because at some point you know they're going to fall off. And I'll come home and go, I'm missing a greebly. Right, so talking of arms, last night I joined the forearm top to the bottom, and I also got the milliput on the go, so you can see the green across there on both forearms, because it's not just a step. Marvin's this piece on Marvin's real thing actually curves down a little bit and fades into the rest of the forearm. So instead of trying to grind a load of this down and get a general curve, I just put like a, I don't know if you call a fillet or a wedge or a quadrant of milliput there. It's solid now, all it needs is sanding and it'll be pretty smooth. So it's just a smooth edge to make it look a little nicer. I used the rest of it on there just for the heck of it, filled some holes. While I was buying araldite, I went and bought a roll of aluminium foil tape, which is nice stuff, 15mm wide. This is to eventually go around the turntables for the shoulders and the neck of Marvin. I did have some earmarked on Amazon, but it was local, so I bought it from the local shop. That's fine. Now, look what just arrived in the post. Be careful to not ruin this while opening it, but let us dig in, as they say. Correct term for these are profiles, not shapes. I'm not that technical, am I? Oh wow, what's going on here? Well, it's well packed, I'll give them that. Okay, so these are the corrugated pieces for Marvin. This is where, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I really hope I got my measurements right. Otherwise I may cry because I'll have to buy a new set. Anyway, let's not dwell on the negatives. Oh wow, so in order to not have these bent, they literally tape these to a plank of wood. And you know what? Good on them. Good on them, because I learned that you can't trust the couriers to not bend them out of shape. So, stick them to a plank of wood, why don't you? Get out. Obviously, biggest pieces first. These are the front pieces. So this is where I can get the, I say front and back. Marvin Skirt gets affixed with the 2 holes here. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. I would say that the angle is a little steep here. There's a bit more of a gap between there and there, but that's just, you know, my doing. But if this is central, I could be right. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, more than happy with that. And these bits obviously fold around the corners a certain number, so I'll work out how to fold those later. Obviously this goes on after everything's painted, and the same one goes on the back. So yes, very happy with those. Now, roll call. I don't have the sheet to hand of all the other pieces, so let's see if we can work this out. Okay, easy one first. Marvin's chin piece kind of goes across his chin, so that's 20 by 200 or whatever. So again, striations are going in the right direction. One down. Okay. Chest pieces. These are the verticals that go either side of the chest unit. Again, look really nicely done. Some weird scorch marks on the inside, but that's the inside, not the outside. It's just, I think, dirt or sparks from the laser, but again, generally, look, they're very clean and lovely. So very happy with those. That's to a right. These, hang on. Ears, Marvin's ears. They've got a left and a right, so the curves, you know, like that. A left and right, but they look pretty good. They're pretty good. If there's a mistake, it's my fault, but I quite like these. If there is a problem with these, I might try cutting out a new pair out of the sheet I've got left, but they do look very good. Okay, Octagons. Octagons go on the forearm, and I will show you those because I'll bring the forearm back. So this is Marvin's left arm, and the octagon goes there. You see? So that's very nice, and it's just the right size. Perfect, like that. I will say that all these pieces do have quite sharp edges to them, but I will be lightly sanding them with paper or with a file, just to take the sharp edge off. Don't want to cut anybody or myself. Okay, now these pieces left are for the arms. We'll have the shape that I call the house, which is basically a house shape with a little peak at the top. That goes about there, because it's marked on here. That way. Then there's a rectangle, which weirdly enough, does that go that way? I think it does. I think it does. Yeah, it must do. It's the same width. And then you've got a vertical, which goes that way. So you've got the lines of the aluminium. If you can see that, the corrugation lines go vertical. So they go there. And we should have a double of these. A house, a second one, a rectangle, and I have some spare parts. Right, okay. I've got a third long one, that's right, that's for the other arm. And what are these for? Oh, I know what these are for. These are what are called patches. The patches go on the skirt. At the front and the back of both Marvin's, he has one of them. This does seem a little long. I might bend it at the bottom or file it or something, but that basically goes along there. I think what the original idea was that when you're walking in it, this was beginning to crack as the legs were hitting the inside of the skirt, so they decided to patch it up with a piece of metal and make a feature of it, like so. So all in all, yeah, I'm very happy. These look lovely. They're the right size. There doesn't seem to be any major problems. What I am going to do now is I'm going to cut really quickly, do a jump cut, and get the other pieces to go with these, and we'll see how these have matched up. Now, I think we have a problem, sir. Right, it's the correct length, the holes are in the right place, the metal piece is a tiny bit narrower, but I don't mind that, but the corrugations are vertical on there and horizontal on here. I'm pretty sure that this is right and this is wrong, but that might be my fault. I don't really mind too much, no one's going to notice kind of thing, it's a small thing. But I'm going to look at my drawing and see if I've supplied them with the wrong orientation for the corrugations, because it should be horizontal like so. But I'm going to contact them, and if I've made the mistake, it's my fault. I'll swallow it. It'll be fine. I may even get 2 new ones cut, just for the pedant in me. But if they've made the mistake, they will have to cut me new ones, whether I'll send them more material or... the trickiest bits are the big pieces here, but they have arrived and they measure up nicely, so happy about that. Right, what am I going to do today? I am going to get all my fixings and stuff, all these rivets and screw caps and stuff, and put them in a container because they're beginning to spread. I've got nuts and bolts coming up my ears, which sounds a bit weird. And today I'm going to do some more aeroditing on the forearms. Oh, forgot to tell you this. New ankle. Okay, so this was the first ankle that I showed you in the video. Not assembled correctly. There we go. That's the bottom part. That's the top part. So essentially we've got this. Okay, to go on thing. Now, again, I said it was a bit tight and it doesn't quite sit on the foot properly. So I've gone and printed another because I'm not happy. And it's a little bit shorter, which might buy me a bit of space here. But as you can see, it's a lot bigger. The aperture is a lot bigger to put my leg in. It's a lot wider, as you can see. So that is going to sit on the foot properly. Let's get a foot. One foot sprayed silver, looking nice. That's the front. I'm going to be careful not to scratch it. I might give this a coat of lacquer. But as you can see, sits on perfectly. With tons of room for my foot and my heel. Yeah, look, there's plenty of play in there, so as I'm walking it should be fine. This needs to be assembled. Give it a light sand and then some primer and some silver on it. Okay, so there's an ankle. But I think we can say that the feet are almost finished. Cool. That's quite a bit of progress and it's only Thursday. Tune in for the next clip, which is coming right now. Cool, so that's quite a lot of progress and it's only Thursday. I didn't do anything yesterday because I was out of the house doing a short zombie film for my friends at Farsight, or Purple Hat Creative. That was fun. So quite a lot of stuff done. I shall crack on, try and do a bit every day like I said, and let's see what comes next in the next clip. Now! Okay, Saturday morning. Place is an absolute mess. So today, while it's dry, thank goodness, I'm probably going to try and get outside and finish filling any gaps on the forearms and a little bit more filling on the upper arms and get some sanding going with the mask on and the dust outside. Just took delivery of a second large ankle, which I'm currently gluing together, hence the masking tape. So this is basically the same as the other one, which is grey. Oh, there's the other one here. Yeah, so that's glued together. Got my second one now, so thanks to David for that. He's really printed me that in, it's exactly the same size, but it took him a third of the time to print, so there's something up with my settings. Anyway, both ankles done. I did vaguely try one leg on with a foot and it seems to work nicely. I'll do a proper try on next week once I finish gluing everything together and maybe even finishing the outer surfaces of that. Torso has arrived in Carmarthen, where Mark is going to be dremeling and chopping it up for me. Apparently it's nice glossy silver. Sadly, that glossy silver will be 99.9% covered by other things. But still, we got the torso. Still waiting on a picture or two of the head being primered, which would be nice. As soon as that gets back here, I can get the eyes in, I can get the rivets on, I can get the lights in the eyes and give him a coat of silver. And he's going to be done. The head will be pretty much done. Just got to attach the neck ring. Okay, so Sunday summary. Today being Sunday before I upload the video, so I'm just going to quickly go over what I've done all week, which you've probably just seen but isn't very much, admittedly. As you can see, more filler, more primer on the arm parts, a lot more primer in fact. They're getting there now. They still need a heck of a lot of sanding to smooth out and finish off. Made all 4 arm hinges for the connect the 2 arm pieces together, inside and out. The mini sander that I bought has not turned up. Amazon said it may be lost in the post, so I've got to apply for a refund. It still might turn up, but who knows. What else? Yeah, so done away with small ankle, which kind of fitted, but if you remember, hurt my leg. Gone and done big ankles, 2 of them, so they're going to fit nicely. Oh, go away. Completely remodeled the calf again, so I think it's calf version 3 or 4 now. What else? Bought some new chrome stuff and chrome caps. Aluminium tape to go around the shoulders and neck. So yeah, progress of a sort, slow progress, but still, you know, not too bad. You could always go faster, but you know, there's time is ticking away, man. I've really got to try and I'm going to focus now on just getting these arms finished as best possible I can. There's going to be lots of print lines on them. So no, I'm not going to be too worried about print lines too much. I'm going to give these another sand and another coat of, you know, and get some thick paint on there and get some of that dolphin glaze on there, see how that works out. And then call it done. It's going to be rough in places, but it's, you know, I'd rather have it finished and look a bit rough in places that no one's really going to notice, than not finished at all and have to make excuses like, oh yeah, I didn't get it done in time, you know. So anyway, that's all for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Again, another Marvin one. I will catch you next week, where we will again show you a week's worth of progress, and hopefully we'll get even closer to the finish line. Take care now. Bye bye then.